This week's episode is going to be a little different. Admittedly, it is a bit difficult to find exciting video footage of clams. They are not the fuzzy, cute, and affectionate little critters who are easy to fall in love with. But Atlantic surf clams are an important species in their ecosystem. And according to a report from Kidda McPherson at Rutgers University, they have been quietly staging a comeback that now has researchers filled with both optimism and intrigue. Clams are very important to the seafood industry. According to a report released late last year from the United Nations Office of Disaster Risk Reduction, the Atlantic surf clam fleet reaped $27 million from surf clam sales to processors in 2022. It is the primary choice when it comes to clam chowder and fried clam strips. However, the surf clam industry has been facing heavy challenges due to climate change. Rising ocean temperatures were driving surf clams away from traditional habitats, necessitating longer trips for the fleets seeking to harvest them. Additionally, offshore wind farm developments pose threats, potentially disrupting fishing grounds and increasing costs for fishermen. Efforts are already underway to mitigate these challenges. Researchers work closely with fishing fleets and wind developers to seek mutually beneficial solutions. Since the 1980s, the waters where these clams like to hang out have been getting steadily warmer and even a bit more acidic. Researchers have observed a lot of marine life responding by moving to higher latitudes and/or deeper waters. For 2 decades, those who keep up with Atlantic surf clams have accepted that they were steadily vacating the shoreline area of the Northeast U.S. Then there was a phone call. Daphne Monroe, an associate professor in the Department of Marine and Coastal Sciences in the Rutgers School of Environmental and Biological Sciences, got a tip-off from a friend in the fishing industry, telling her that ships sailing out of Cape Charles, Virginia, were now finding and harvesting Atlantic surf clams. Monroe was so surprised by the revelation that she rushed out to see the clams as they were offloaded from the trucks, as the Haskin Shellfish Research Laboratory, where she works, is just around the corner from the processor. Sure enough, the clams were back. Now the only questions to answer are why and how. It's unexpected and it's good news, Monroe said. They disappeared some time ago. We thought they were gone, but we found there were more clams there than we thought we were going to see, and they are flourishing. The Atlantic surf clam's habitat spans all the way from Canada down to North Carolina, but it thrives primarily off the coast of New Jersey. The shallow waters of the Northeast U.S. continental shelf, extending about 100 miles before dropping off into deep ocean canyons, provides an optimal breeding ground. Researchers focused on the New Jersey surf clam population as a benchmark due to its central location within the species range. They collected samples to analyze the age, size, growth rate, meat content, and genetic composition of each surf clam. Similar to tree rings, the successive rings on the clamshells denote the years lived by the clams, providing valuable insights into their life history and environmental influences. There are 3 main possibilities being looked at, and the truth may be a combination of factors. One is that the clams were simply able to get used to the new environmental factors. The second is that the environment may be improving. Another subspecies of clam was also found amongst the Atlantic surf clams, and there is a possibility that interbreeding may have created a hybridized lineage that can better handle the new digs. Either way, while researchers look for answers, the clams are silently going about the business of reclaiming lost territory, and that's a good thing for all involved. Don't stop here. Find out more. Visit the links in the description below for more in-depth information on the stories presented in this video.